Well, paying attention to potency when it comes to legal weed in Ohio.
Yeah, this is the second week of adult marijuana sales at dispensaries statewide, including several here in Greater Cincinnati. WLWT News 5's Todd Dykes is live with what experts are telling first-time customers. Todd?
Yeah, Ashley, you know, those dialogues probably go something like this. Go slow and low or brace for blast off. The pot products being sold at dispensaries like the one you see here behind me in downtown Cincinnati can contain a lot of THC, which is what gets people high.
Whether it's at Hemptations in Northside,
slow and low is always recommended,
or at this dispensary in Monroe,
go slow and go low, right?
Experts in the weed world want people new to Ohio's legal recreational marijuana marketplace to know that products like vapes and gummies can be quite potent.
Start low from your dosage, take it slow. Most edibles, if they're not clearly listed as fast acting, are going to take 45 minutes to an hour for you to start to feel those effects.
Eating an edible is different than smoking pot, which usually creates a fairly quick high.
So don't start saying in 30 minutes I'm not feeling anything and take another dose. Take your time and get used to them.
If they're new to it, we try to go low potency to start.
ER Beach sells THC-infused products that are derived from hemp. He says helping adults who may have used marijuana years ago understand that today's strains can be a lot stronger is extremely important.
With our customers or anyone that is selling cannabis anywhere, it has to be educating them to the potency, and that's the whole part of the beauty of having legalization, is being able to educate your customer.
In many cases, that education won't include specific claims about what a weed product can do due to regulations.
But if you ask the people who work at these locations or the people who grow the plants, they will tell you those magic words of most people experience slightly euphoria, or this will make you a little sleepy, or this is going to make something a really vibrant experience for you.
Now today I've been in touch with Ohio's Department of Commerce. That's the agency that oversees recreational sales. I want to know how much dispensaries have sold, how much they've made, and also what kind of tax revenue this Buckeye State has seen so far. Of course, sales launching last Tuesday. When I get those answers, I'll be sure to share that information with you. For now, reporting live downtown, Todd Dykes, WLWT News 5.
Now, Todd, do you know how many people are checking out dispensaries for the first time?
Yeah, you know, actually, that's also the kind of data that I'm trying to get from the state. I can tell you one dispensary operator that I talked to last week on the first day of sales said that about 95% of the people who were heading into the dispensary where he works were first-time customers, at least to a dispensary. They may have had some experience with marijuana in the past, but that may have been years ago, and it is a different game today. Ashley?